this man took To Catch a Predator to a whole new level. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about a 24-year-old Texas man who lured a child predator to a park where he allegedly wound up deleting them. Now, this is a really interesting story, and it could go a few different ways. First of all, before we even go any further, I just want to say that I don't condone this. If the allegations are true, I don't condone it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying that it's okay to lure a child predator to their death because they're a child predator. I'm not saying it's okay. But what I am saying is that sometimes people think that it's okay. I'll talk about a separate case a little bit later, in which the people, the jury, those who were tasked with punishing the person, did not punish the person for doing a very similar action. Also, something else. When you see cases like this go on, you got to ask yourself what's happening. Why is this kind of thing going on? Why do we have vigilante action? Is it because of the failure of local law enforcement? Is it because this person has been doing similar things over and over again, meaning the actual child predator, and they're not really being punished? Now, to be clear, the alleged child predator is not an alleged predator. The guy had already been convicted, already been locked up, and he was going to go try and prey upon another child when he got deleted. So I don't feel sympathy, and I think that the young man, once he goes to the pearly gates, if you believe in judgment, the final judgment, I think he'll be judged not so harshly. Now, before I go any further into it, let's get to the news clip. If you want to see this clip and the other clip I'll show in a minute, links will be in the description. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Tonight, a 24-year-old man is charged in the murder of a 37-year-old convicted sex offender. Some wonder if he was acting as a vigilante. Fox 26's Randy Wallace joining us live from the Harris County Jail downtown. Randy.
Yeah, Caroline. Now, according to court documents, James Lewis Spencer III made statements such as, if the cops were not going to do anything about pedophiles, maybe he should kill them himself.
The only time I've seen something like this is in the movies, period.
It doesn't appear 22-year-old James Lewis Spencer III and 37-year-old Sean Connery Showers knew each other.
Okay, so let's be clear, just to be on the same page. This is a young man who was accused of deleting this guy. This guy on the right-hand side, the black guy, he is or was a convicted child offender, okay? Be clear, a convicted. So it's not just, oh, well, he thought, no. He had already been convicted, already been in the penitentiary, already served time for doing the same thing that he was allegedly trying to do again when he got deleted. Let's keep on going.
Knew each other. It was apparently Showers' criminal history that prompted Spencer to allegedly kill him in cold blood last May.
Someone that knew the defendant tipped off investigators, telling them that this defendant wanted to rob and harm types of men who do bad things to little children.
When he was 23, Showers pled guilty to possessing child pornography.
Some very egregious child pornography of young children doing sexual acts that we can't say on the air.
Showers failed to register as a convicted sex offender. In 2018, he was arrested after entering Bel Air High School during standard operating hours without notifying the school's administrative office.
He was actually sent to prison. He got a 2-year sentence.
Mr. James Spencer, will you please stand up?
Last May, police say Spencer contacted convicted sex offender Showers.
It appears that you claim to be a minor yourself and agreed to meet up with the complainant for sex.
While Showers was walking down the street in the 900 block of Northwood, police say Spencer drove by and shot Showers several times.
There was a video of a motor vehicle slowing down and approaching the complainant, a string of rapid gunshots, and then the motor vehicle speeds off.
Showers.
So basically, he was luring them to a park. That's what they said in the previous video that I saw. He said he was going to go to a park and they were going to do X, Y, and Z. But I guess he saw the guy as he was traveling to the location and hit him with a drive-by. Hit him a few times and deleted him right there.
Criminal history appears to be the only motive in his murder. Police say Spencer admitted to his role in the killing.
The first thought that came to my mind was Death Wish, Charles Bronson, or the vigilante killer Bernard Goetz.
Spencer remains here at the Harris County Jail tonight with his bond set at $250,000. It doesn't appear Showers ever registered as a sex offender. Reporting live from downtown, Randy Wallace, Fox.
So there we go. There's what's happening. So again, young man, 24 years old, accused of deleting somebody who was a child offender. And again, I can't really say that I'm going to be crying tears for the guy who got deleted. It is what it is. You know, normally when somebody dies in the video, like I'll say rest in peace, but for what? Why would I say that in this case? He's right where he needs to be. But I'm not saying that I condone what the young man allegedly did, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and start crying. Now, there's going to be a there's going to be a court process. There's going to be, all the evidence will be presented, and then I'm sure to be a jury, and they're going to sentence the young man to the appropriate time if they convict him. Now, there are times when people don't get convicted in these cases, or they'll get a light sentence because people can't really bring themselves to say that this person should go away for a very long time for such an act. Now, I'm talking about Gary Plauche specifically. This case, if you don't know, I'll run it down to you. Now, back in the early 80s, a man by the name of Gary Plauche is separated from his wife. And during this time, his 11-year-old son has a karate instructor who's 25 years old, a male karate instructor. And for about 1 year, unbeknownst to the parents who are separated, the karate instructor is sexually abusing the boy. And it all came to a head when the karate instructor kidnapped the boy from, I think, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and took him to Anaheim, California, where the abuse continued. The boy was part of a nationwide search. They searched the entire country for the boy. They finally found him. I think the boy was able to make a collect call on the payphone. This is the 80s, remember? So he made a collect call on the payphone, and they were able to come rescue the boy. Now, about 2 weeks after they got the boy, they brought the abuser back to Louisiana from California so he could face trial for what he did. Unbeknownst to local law enforcement or anybody else, the TV cameras that were right there when they brought the guy back, Gary Plauche, the father, is waiting for the abuser in the airport. And all of this was captured on camera. Now, I'm going to play this and stop it right at a certain point, and then I'll explain what happened and then what happened next. So no sound for this, but you're going to see this. This is the guy right here, the abuser, walking. I think that's him with the handcuffs. I can't really tell. I'm pretty sure that's him cuffed up right there. Okay. So that's him with the red, orange sweater or whatever. And then I'm pausing it at certain points. I got to stop it at the right time. Now, right here, this is Gary Plauche. Now, he was pretending to be on the payphone, and he had on some shades inside, kind of a disguise, so you couldn't really see who he was. Right as the guy comes past him, he puts the payphone back on the receiver, turns around, pulls his gun out, bangs him one time right in the head, right there in the airport, in front of police, cameras, everything. Now, he gets charged for second-degree murder, but he's able to actually plead down to a manslaughter, and he's given community service and probation. Basically, the jury let him off. They could not convict him on the second-degree murder charge, although he deleted this man right in the airport, on camera, in front of police. So I'm saying it might not be right necessarily to delete somebody, but sometimes the people think that it's okay, and we're going to see how everything shakes out in the aforementioned case. Now, am I saying these cases are the exact same? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But with people that abuse children, it's kind of hard for the average everyday person to really punish people who do them harm. You see, nobody has any kind of respect or sympathy or anything like that for a child offender. Laws or no laws, it's not really like that, which is why a jury trial can go this way. It's a jury or your peers. Was it the right thing to do? Should it be given a harsh sentence? We'll see how it all plays out. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on the young man who allegedly deleted the child offender out there in Houston, Texas? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I'm not going to say I promote this kind of thing to go on, but I'm not going to shed tears for the child offender. I mean, this is a guy that's convicted. He had all kind of stuff on his phone, and then he was trying to go meet with another young person to abuse them. And the question is, has he done this a lot without being caught? He was not registered as an offender at all, although he had been to prison for this kind of thing. So he was just out here kind of floating and dangerous. You know, there's a list of child offenders you can actually Google and see who's near you in your neighborhood or whatever. But what if they're not registered? What if they just out here kind of floating around doing whatever they want to do, going into a high school during the hours of operation without any kind of permission to do so? I mean, guys like this are the scum of the earth, and when they die, nobody really cares. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.